Welcome back to the channel, guys. Behind me is the Aldworth Yew, said to be over 2,000 years old, and it's probably here because of pagan worship. We're no longer pagans in this country, as you know. We are Christians, and it's St Mary's Church here behind me that we've come to take a look into today because it is home to something quite extraordinary. If I told you that this church was home to giants, you would probably think I was babbling. And anyway, giants aren't real, are they? But there is a form of giant in here which is curious, and therefore it warrants an entry in our compendium of curiosities. The only problem is that we have arrived on a day where they seem to be having a flower festival committee meeting, so filming might be a little bit difficult, but let's see what we can achieve. This is the first of the Aldworth giants that we're going to have a look at. There are 9 of them. Don't switch off, we're not going to laboriously work through them all individually, but we're going to tell their story. So this is Sir Robert della Besh. And Sir Robert is the first of the Aldworth giants to have been installed in here. He was knighted in 1278. And the figures are believed to have been carved, I'm reading that, between 1300 and 1350. And they've earned the name of the Aldworth giants because of their sheer size. The name della Besh probably gives you a pretty good clue as to who this family were. That's right, they were cronies of William the Conqueror, and they are known to have been gifted lands in this region certainly by around about the time of the Domesday Book in 1086. This one is Sir John della Besh. He's the son of Robert, and his feet rest on a lion. And then this one over here is Sir Philip della Besh, and he was actually said to be 7 foot tall in real life. So maybe there's a connection with the giants thing there, although the effigies are obviously pretty massive too. You will note, if you're paying attention, that the Aldworth giants are not in the best of condition. They have been hacked and they have been graffitied over the years. So what's that all about? Well, the Cromwellian regime in the 1650s issued an edict, if that's the right word, outlawing any forms of idolatry, and that led to local yokels coming into the church here and smashing them all up. And there have been other indignities inflicted upon the Aldworth giants over the years. None of them are in their original place. They've been moved around repeatedly over the centuries. These ornate archways that you can see here, alcove recesses as we might say in estate agency terms, they were installed by, you guessed it, the Victorians. And some of the graffiti gives you a very strong indication that you're in the countryside. This one says, "Letters on bodies equals old magic." Well, that was a bit of a turn up. I just got confused with the Vicar. I suppose it's the old dress prejudice again. Anybody wearing a tie is in authority, although I guess I am in authority when I come to think about it. I wanted to show you this blocked up alcove here, just outside the main entrance to the church, and that was home to a 10th effigy long since removed. He was locally known as John Ever Afraid. And the locals also had names for some of the other effigies. There was a Long John, a Strong John, and a John Never Afraid. I actually had a nice chat with the vicar, or reverend. Apologies if I've got that wrong. I don't really understand the hierarchy of these things. I think vicar. A really nice chap, and hopefully he is subscribing now. If you are, please leave a comment down below to let us know that you've joined us. He told me some interesting stuff about other destruction. There's a plaster reredos, I think it's called, that was put in the 1920s, and we'll have some sort of overlay up to show you. And somewhere in the last 100 years, someone came along and sort of swiped all the noses off of this plaster relief, believed to be some sort of war protest. And it's just about to go off to have some replacement noses installed. Someone has had a go at it in the past, but they've made them somewhat oversized. I hope you enjoyed that. Please join us, like and subscribe. Now, the one imperfection on this channel I know is the endings. I've been having a look at some other YouTubers to see how they do it, and I'm going to try some of that stuff. One of the ones I've seen is they just do a slow walk away and then it ends. So until next time, stay tuned.